Research foundation for safety and credibility. We should frame this video as educational, not as a promise of instant medical healing. The strongest nutrition evidence supports breakfasts built around fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fermented dairy, similar to Mediterranean-style eating patterns. These foods are linked with better heart health, blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation control over time. Oats and other soluble fiber foods may help reduce LDL cholesterol by reducing cholesterol absorption in the bloodstream. Fruits and vegetables are also associated with healthier blood pressure, digestion, blood sugar control, and lower risk of several chronic diseases. Full YouTube script 1. Introduction. The ancient morning secret most people forgot. What if the breakfast your body has been waiting for was not invented in a laboratory, not sold in a shiny box, and not created by modern food companies? What if some of the most powerful morning meals were already hidden in the ancient world? In simple foods mentioned throughout biblical times: figs, olives, barley, honey, dates, lentils, grapes, herbs, fish, and bread made from whole grains. Now, let's be very clear. No breakfast can magically cure disease in one bite. But the truth is this: the first meal of your day can either calm your body or stress it. It can either support your blood sugar, your gut, your heart, your brain, and your energy, or it can push your body into inflammation, cravings, fatigue, and metabolic chaos before the day even begins. Most people wake up and immediately eat foods that spike their blood sugar, irritate their gut, and leave their arteries working harder than they should. They think they are eating breakfast, but in reality, they are starting the day with a chemical storm inside the body. But biblical-style breakfasts were different. They were simple. They were natural. They were rich in fiber, minerals, healthy fats, and slow-burning energy. They came from the earth, not from factories. Today, you'll discover 7 biblical breakfasts inspired by ancient foods that can support healing in the body, not by magic, but by feeding your cells what they have been asking for. And make sure you stay until the final breakfast, because it may be the simplest one of all, but for your gut, your heart, and your blood sugar, it could be one of the most powerful morning habits you can build. 2. Biblical breakfast number 1. Barley porridge with figs and walnuts. Picture a quiet morning in the ancient world. No sugary cereal. No processed bread. No artificial flavors. Just a warm bowl made from grain, fruit, and nuts. Simple, humble, and powerful. Barley was one of the grains known in biblical times. It was a food of strength, survival, and daily nourishment. And when you look at it through the eyes of modern nutrition, barley becomes even more interesting because it contains fiber that slows digestion and helps the body releases energy more gradually. This matters because your blood sugar is like a fire. If you throw gasoline on it with refined sugar and white flour, it explodes quickly and then crashes. But when you eat whole grains with fiber, that fire burns slower, steadier, and longer. Now, add the figs. Figs were highly valued in the ancient world. They are naturally sweet, but they also contain fiber, minerals, and plant compounds. When eaten in moderation, especially with nuts and whole grains, figs can satisfy the desire for sweetness without turning breakfast into a sugar bomb. Then come the walnuts. Walnuts bring healthy fats, minerals, and a deeper sense of fullness. They help slow the absorption of carbohydrates, so the meal becomes more balanced. Instead of eating sweet fruit alone, you are combining it with fiber and fat, and that combination can be much gentler on your body. A practical way to prepare this breakfast is simple. Cook barley until soft, then add chopped figs and a small handful of walnuts. You can sprinkle cinnamon on top for flavor. Avoid adding too much honey because figs already provide natural sweetness. Inside your body, this breakfast works like a slow sunrise. The gut receives fiber. The liver does not have to panic from a sudden sugar rush. The heart benefits from a meal that is naturally low in processed fats, and the brain receives steady fuel instead of a quick spike and crash. This is not just breakfast. It is a calmer way to wake up your metabolism. 3. Biblical breakfast. Number 2. Whole grain bread with olive oil and herbs in biblical times. Bread was not the soft, ultra-processed bread many people eat today. Ancient bread was usually denser, simpler, and closer to the grain. It was food made for work, travel, family, and survival. Now imagine taking a slice of real whole grain bread and adding olive oil, one of the most symbolic and treasured foods of the ancient world. Olive oil was not just food. It represented blessing, healing, anointing, and provision. Today, science gives us another reason to respect it. Olive oil contains healthy fats and plant compounds that support the heart, blood vessels, and inflammation balance. When you eat refined carbohydrates alone, your blood sugar can rise quickly. But when you combine whole grain bread with olive oil, herbs, and maybe a small portion of protein, the meal becomes more stable. The fat slows digestion. The herbs add in. The whole grain gives fiber. This kind of breakfast is especially powerful for people who wake up tired and reach immediately for sugar. Sugar gives false energy. Whole grain bread with olive oil gives slower energy. You can prepare it like this. Toast a slice of whole grain bread, drizzle a small amount of extra virgin olive oil, then add herbs like oregano, parsley, thyme, or rosemary. You can add sliced tomato or cucumber for freshness. Inside the body, this breakfast speaks directly to the blood vessels. Your arteries are not lifeless tubes. They are living tissue. They respond to inflammation, oxidative stress, blood pressure, and the quality of fats you eat. Olive oil and herbs help create a breakfast that feels ancient, but works beautifully in a modern body. And here is the hidden lesson. Sometimes healing does not begin with adding something complicated. Sometimes it begins by replacing processed fats with natural ones. 4. Biblical breakfast. Number 3. Lentil stew with greens. This may sound unusual for breakfast today, but in many traditional cultures, breakfast was not always sweet. It was practical. It was nourishing. It was whatever gave the body strength for the day. Lentils are one of the most important ancient foods. They are simple, affordable, and deeply nourishing. In the Bible, lentils appear as a humble but valuable food and nutritional. They are powerful because they contain plant protein, fiber, minerals, and slow-digesting carbohydrates. Now, here is why this matters. When you eat a breakfast with protein and fiber, your stomach empties more slowly. Your hunger hormones behave better. Your blood sugar rises more gently, and your gut bacteria receive food they can use. Most people think breakfast must be sweet. But for people struggling with cravings, weight gain, blood sugar swings, or mid-morning fatigue, a savory breakfast may be a turning point. Add greens to the lentils, such as spinach, parsley, kale, or Swiss chard. And now you bring in magnesium, potassium, folate, chlorophyll, and These nutrients support the nervous system, blood pressure regulation, and cellular repair. A practical version is simple. Prepare lentils ahead of time. Then warm a small bowl in the morning with greens, garlic, olive oil, and herbs. You do not need a large portion. Even a small bowl can be deeply satisfying. Inside your body, this meal is like giving your gut a garden. The fiber in lentils feeds beneficial bacteria. Those bacteria produce compounds that support the lining of the gut and may influence inflammation throughout the body. And here is the part most people do not realize. Your gut is not separate from your brain, your immune system, or your energy. When the gut is inflamed, the whole body can feel heavier. When the gut is nourished, the whole body can feel more stable. This biblical breakfast is not glamorous, but it is strong. 5. Biblical breakfast. Number 4. Dates, almonds, and goat yogurt. Dates were a treasured fruit in the ancient Middle East. They were sweet, portable, and rich in energy. But here is the problem, Manny. People ER dates are natural and then eat too many at once. That is a mistake. Dates are powerful, but they are concentrated. The secret is not to eat a mountain of them. The secret is to pair them wisely. When you combine dates with almonds and plain yogurt, you create balance. The dates bring natural sweetness and fiber. The almonds bring healthy fats and minerals. The yogurt brings protein and, if fermented, beneficial bacteria that may support the gut. This breakfast is especially useful for people who crave something sweet in the morning but want to avoid pastries, cookies, and sugary cereals. A practical version. Take plain unsweetened yogurt, add 1 or 2 chopped dates, a small handful of almonds, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. That is it. No refined sugar. No artificial syrup. No processed dessert pretending to be breakfast. Inside the body, this combination works differently than eating sweets alone. The fat and protein slow down the sugar absorption. The gut receives beneficial bacteria from the yogurt. The almonds help with fullness. And cinnamon adds a warm flavor that makes the meal feel comforting. But there is a warning. If you have diabetes or blood sugar problems, dates should be used carefully and in small amounts. Natural sugar is still sugar. The goal is not to fear fruit. The goal is to understand portions and combinations. This is where wisdom enters nutrition. Biblical foods were not eaten in isolation all day long. They were part of a pattern. Whole foods, movement, sunlight, fasting periods, simple meals, and physical work. So this breakfast is not about eating dates without limits. It is about using ancient sweetness in a modern, intelligent way. Says. Biblical breakfast. Number 5. Fish, cucumber, olives, and whole grain bread. This breakfast may surprise you, but fish was deeply connected to biblical life, especially around the Sea of Galilee. It was a real food, a daily food, a food of strength, and for the modern body, fish can be a powerful morning option because it provides protein and, depending on the type, omega-3 fats that support the heart, brain, and inflammation balance. Now combine fish with cucumber, olives, herbs, and whole grain bread. And you have a breakfast that feels more like an ancient Mediterranean plate than a modern sugar-loaded meal. Why does this matter? Because many people start the day with almost no protein. They eat bread, sugar, juice, and coffee, and then wonder why they feel hungry again 2 hours later. Protein changes the rhythm of breakfast. It gives structure. It helps preserve muscle. It supports hormones. It tells the brain, we have been fed. For older adults, this matters even more. After 50, 60, and 70, maintaining muscle becomes one of the keys to healthy aging. Breakfast is one of the best opportunities to begin supporting that. You can prepare this meal with sardines, salmon, tuna, or another simple fish option. Add cucumber slices, olives, tomato, parsley, and a small piece of whole grain bread. Keep it clean, colorful, and light. Inside your body, the protein supports muscle repair. The healthy fats support cell membranes. The olives and herbs add polyphenols, plant compounds that help defend the body against oxidative stress, which is like internal rust. And here is the emotional truth. Breakfast should not leave you weaker. It should prepare you to face the day. This biblical stove plate is not heavy. It is steady. It is focused. It is the kind of breakfast that says your body is not asking for more stimulation. It is asking for real nourishment. 7. Final topic, the morning pattern that heals over time, plus call to action. So what do these 7 biblical breakfasts teach us? They teach us that healing food is usually not complicated. It is barley with figs and walnuts, whole grain bread with olive oil and herbs, lentils with greens, dates with almonds and plain yogurt, fish with cucumber, olives, and real bread. Simple fruits, eaten with wisdom. Natural foods combined in a way that respects the body. The message is not that one breakfast will heal you instantly like medicine. The real message is deeper. When you stop attacking your body every morning with refined sugar, processed oils, and empty calories, your body finally has a chance to breathe. Your blood sugar becomes calmer. Your gut receives fiber. Your arteries face less stress. Your brain receives steadier fuel. Your liver gets a break. Your cells receive minerals, antioxidants, and real nourishment. And over chimney. That is where transformation begins. The ancient world did not have modern nutrition labels, but it had something many people have lost today. Simplicity. Food came from the ground, from trees, from animals, from seas, from grains, from the natural world. And maybe the body remembers that. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for something processed, ask yourself, is this breakfast feeding my body or just feeding my cravings? Start with one biblical-style breakfast. Just one. Try it for a few days. Notice your energy. Notice your hunger. Notice your digestion. Notice how your body responds when the morning begins with real food. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these biblical breakfasts would you try first? Barley with figs, lentils with greens, dates with almonds, or fish with olives? Write your answer in the comments. And if this video helped you, like this video, subscribe to Healthy Fruits, and share it with someone who wants to eat more naturally, live with more energy, and take better care of the body God gave them. Your healing journey does not have to begin with something expensive. Sometimes it begins with breakfast.